welcome to today's tutorial at the Movement Clinic. My name is Emily. Today's standing balance pose is called tree pose. We see it a lot in a lot of classes, and it does require some warming up in that your hips are open and warm and that you kind of got some strength in the legs in order to balance on one leg and then the other. So one of the most important aspects of any standing balance is that standing leg. I often see, and just in everyday life, we can all kind of associate ourselves with having this little popping hip or sassy hip, I've heard it called. And when we're doing standing balances, the most supported thing we can do, and really the safest thing that we can do over the course of time, of course, is to have stacked bones and really hug in. So maybe take a moment and place your hand on your hips and kind of pop your hip out into your fingers or your hands, and then hug that hip back in towards midline and feel those muscles under your hands or fingertips kind of tighten and tone to help draw the hip back in. And you can try on the other side, tighten and tone as you draw it back in, and actively press into the foot. So with that concept in mind, let's go ahead and find our tree pose. I'll start with my left foot as my standing leg. I'm gonna start with this sassy hip here, just to really kind of hone in on this concept. I'm gonna take my right foot, I'm gonna come up onto the ball of my right foot, and I'm just gonna gently turn my knee out without taking my hips with me, okay? So turning that right knee out, slide the sole of the right foot onto that inner ankle and pause. Now, standing legs hip. Place your left fingertips on your left outer hip and hug in as you press down into the left foot and feel yourself really stand and lift up. Keep that, hands on bony hip points, and make sure that even here they're level in space, okay? They're gonna stay level in space. Toning that low belly, lifting the low belly up and in gently without tucking the pelvis underneath you. So don't be too drastic and extreme in these cues. These are subtle and slight to find support from your center of balance, which is here, okay? Find that steady spot to gaze at somewhere out in front of you. It'll help you with your balance, but a nice soft gaze. You might stay here. This might feel like quite enough for you. Or you might slowly slide that right foot so that the arch of your right foot hugs onto the standing leg's calf. Now, I often hear people say that you want to have, or some teachers say that this lifted leg needs to be at a 90 degree. Not only will it not be without taking you out of alignment, but it's totally unnecessary to strive for a shape. Find the actions in your own body that support whatever shape your body is going to make, okay? So low belly lifted, we're up here. Now this might be enough for you, okay? This might be challenging with the hip opening, with the balance. You might already start feeling that those bony hip points are off kilter, which means your pelvis is starting to be off kilter. So stay here if you would like. Ooh, I'm getting a little wobbly myself. Or you might start to slide the sole of that right foot a little bit further up. Now, avoiding the knee, and here is why. If you put the sole of the foot on the knee, as we start to actively press our foot and our leg into one another, so again, remember that sassy hip and that hugging in, that's the pressing the leg into the foot action. We're already doing that. And then gently hug the foot into that inner thigh. It helps with the stability, this hugging into the midline, even though I'm wobbling. It really helps with the stability here. Now, if you're pressing the sole of your foot into your knee, it's a way our knee doesn't bend. So much safer to just avoid the knee. If you can't quite get up here, just leave the foot below or hugging around the calf. It's fine. And once you've found stability, reach out through the right knee, press down into the left foot, keeping that low belly toned, bony hip points are level in space, and then maybe palms come to heart center. Maybe we reach up and out. You can wave around, challenge your balance, but you can really just play with the tree. And then come on out and shake that standing leg. And feel free to hop on and do this on the other side. But I'm going to leave you here to play with tree and have a good time with it and start to really hone in these really basic foundations for standing balance. If you have any suggestions, if you have any requests for other poses that you would like tutorials on, please let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.